And Sarah in the City is in downtown Fremont today, and I'm here with two of the hard-working ladies that brought this tech library to the Emergency Arts Building. I am here with Susan Hilton and Kristen Fry, and we're here in the tech library right now. So it must be pretty exciting to see here everybody working in the co-working space and all the networking going on. What inspired you to bring this tech library downtown?
Well, a lot of it was actually started by Pavel, who was the person who wanted to open the library in the first place. So I guess he had so much enthusiasm for it that everybody just wanted to be part of it. So Kristen and I jumped on board straight away, and yeah, we're just really happy to have been able to help open it up.
And what was that process like?
It was a slow one, but we got there in the end. So, I mean, even just before we even got to move into this venue, we had to knock walls down and we had to draw lots of floor plans and figure out how many books we were going to be able to fit and things like that. So there were some logistical things that we ironed out at the beginning, and after that it kind of sort of snowballed and everything kind of went really well after that. So. Yeah.
And it all came together. I hear there's an interesting story behind how these shelves got here.
We actually bought these from Borders when it went out of business, and we had to do a huge shelving party, which is basically just manual labor. Everybody had to come in, drag these shelves upstairs, and get them up. But they look great now. They fit perfectly like they were meant to be here.
Wow, amazing. And so it's kind of like recycled too, which is cool.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of how much work it was to get them up here.
Yeah, not so cool. What are some of the local startups that hang out here and work here?
Well, that's been really exciting too. We haven't actually expected to have so much activity so quickly. There's a few behind here that you might actually recognize. I know that Rumjure is a really big one, which is a garage sale iPhone app. They've been working out of here. Their office is in the Ogden, but when they want to get out and just kind of work with other people or just get out of their office for a bit, then yeah, it's a very popular venue for them. So that's really cool. There's also Crowd Siren in this building. Which is Lorelei. I'm not sure whether you've spoken to her before, but she's really cool too. And there's the Remotive guys. Now, the Remotive guys have only just moved down here, and they make a super cool robot for $100, and you can actually use your iPhone to control it. So they've been using the space a lot too. So tonight is actually an official deli night, so it's now become every Thursday. It used to be every second Thursday. It's basically a place where people can come and co-work and network with other people. We also have breakout sessions which allow talks and pitch practice and that sort of thing to happen too. So yeah, it's a really good networking opportunity for Vegas tech in general. At the moment, it's actually being sponsored primarily by Zappos. We're maybe looking at steps to make it self-sustainable in future, but at the moment we're focused on trying to get more and more people in and getting the support for it at first so that people have the opportunity to use it and kind of help decide what to make of it then. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Zappos, for what you're doing for this community, and thank you, Susan, and thank you, Kristen, for all your hard work. I know they call it a party, and it doesn't make it any funner, but it must feel pretty good to have this all up on the ground and to see it coming to light.
It does. We couldn't have done it without all of the volunteers that helped. I mean, it obviously wasn't just Kristen and I, and Pavel was obviously the brainchild of it all. So, and we're always happy for Zappos to jump in and support us as well.
So come on down, Emergency Arts, second floor. One of the interesting startups using the tech library here is Kira Byrne with Green the Planet Now. So Kira, tell us a little bit about your company.
We're doing a site that's kind of like Kickstarter where you raise money for different kinds of projects, but all the projects on our site will be green or conservation based. So we have like green inventions, green conservation projects, green community projects, things like that.
And how have you found the community down here at the tech library here in the Emergency Arts?
They're awesome. It's just fantastic. Everybody is so friendly and just very open with their ideas and help. And yeah, it's fantastic. We're very lucky to have the tech library and everybody who's here.
And where can people find out more about how to go green with your company?
greentheplanetnow.com. I think there's a moment where like San Francisco is this size, and that's when it really, all the magic happened. And I think Vegas is just building up to that moment where all the magic happens. And we're happy to be here.
Well, thank you so much for helping being part of this growing community.
Thank you. Thanks very much.
Go green. And we are hanging on the couch here with Sean Swanson, Mark Johnson, and Mark Shakora of Aloo, another one of the cool techie startups that make the tech library down here their home. So Mark, tell us a little bit about your company.
So we're Aloo, and we are a community empowerment platform online. And our goal is to empower communities.
And what do you mean by empower, and how do you do that?
We'd like them to be really easy to find and really easy to grow and create initiatives, and that's about it.
And are you finding that here in the tech library, you're finding a lot of companies that you're able to bring into Aloo and to help?
Definitely. I mean, the user lib itself is already on Aloo, so it's cool to take the discussions we have here in the library and then bring them onto a digital space that's we provide. So it's cool to keep that conversation flowing, and that's what Aloo helps do. So.
It's actually one of the best, I think, environments for us to work on, specifically the product we're working on, which is like a community network online, because we get just firsthand, we get so much experience with a sense of community, like what you can do with it, like what it means to have a sense of community, what it means to have the interplay between like digital and physical spaces for communities to like fill. And so we're just learning every day as we work here.
And does that sort of open up the creativity when there's like not a whole lot of egos and everyone's not worried about the bottom line?
Definitely, because you're just here to have fun and talk to people who are just as passionate as you are, but about like maybe different things, and that's cool because it's not more of the same. It's more unique, different stuff, and you're getting feedback from like unique perspectives.
What kind of companies do you think would really benefit from coming on here down here to the tech library?
Pretty much anything that's trying to do tech or even not. It's a great place to get feedback on what you're working on.
Yeah. And how can people find out more about Aloo?
By going to aloo.net and signing up, watching the video on there, all that fun stuff.
You guys heard it here, aloo.net. And it is just raining tech entrepreneurs here at the Vegas Tech Library. Right now we have Jimmy Jacobson of Wedgies. Catchy name. How did that come about?
Well, when you think of a wedgie is something that is divisive and splits things into two, like opinions or other things. So my friend Porter and I were hanging out one weekend and decided we want to see if we could make something cool. And we wanted to make surveys and polls cool because all the other solutions for them are kind of boring. They look like Excel spreadsheets. So we came up with this idea of Wedgies, which is a very quick, easy poll you can create and share on Twitter, and gave it that name because it kind of splits things into two.
Yeah, and I assume it's probably less painful than a Reggie in real life.
90% of people that have taken an internet wedgie say it's a much better experience than receiving a wedgie in real life.
Well, there you go, folks. Statistics don't lie.
Absolutely not. Not when they're voting on them. So the way we went about that is we made this kind of prototype and just played with it and shared it with some friends. And people at Zappos and Vegas Tech, the community, just really took off with it. Before we knew it, people were making wedgies about whether puppies or unicorns taste better, whether they should go out for pizza or hamburgers. I mean, just all kinds of crazy things. Everything from very serious to a very lighthearted and witty wedgies. Even they were using wedgies to make fun of each other, like asking, is this person a hipster or not? And that's kind of when we knew we had something good.
So if someone wants to do a wedgie, or give a wedgie, I should say, how do they go about that?
The easiest way right now is to head to Twitter and type in Wedgies, because we have that Twitter handle, and from there you can find the URL to our site, which is also the word Wedgies with a period somewhere in there.
Okay, great. And what kind of uses do you see going forward for Wedgies? What do you see that it's going to be really useful and productive for?
I think the biggest use will always be just friends asking each other questions and getting quick answers to it and being able to quantify those results. I would love to see other uses like politics and maybe brands and stores using it as well to get feedback from their customers and constituents.
And right now, is it free to give a wedgie?
Absolutely. It'll always be free to give a wedgie. If there's one goal Porter and I have with wedgies, it's we want the entire world to get wedgies at one point.
Well, you heard it here, folks. Give or get wedgies, and it's free. And this is Alex Coleman, Dylan Bathurst, and Ray Morgan of Rumjure. And that's a new cool startup that hangs out here at the Tech Library and collaborates and bounces ideas around, and they've come up with something pretty cool. So what's the name of your application?
It's Rumjure.
And how does Rumjure work?
So Rumjure is a location-based application to help you sell your stuff. So we're trying to be the way that people sell their stuff on their phones.
Yeah, so you just get the app, you launch it, and then you take a picture of the item you want to sell, and it will be posted online, and everyone around you can see it and make an offer on that item, and you can sell it right there, right then.
So is this kind of like a virtual garage sale?
Yeah, so basically when we first thought of it, we thought of, let's take the concept of a garage sale or a yard sale, and let's just put that on the internet, specifically on somebody's phone. So we've taken a lot of the same aspects that you get from just a garage sale or a yard sale, and we just put those on the phone, like the bartering process, the not setting of the prices, or not putting big long descriptions or tagging items. It's just all based on a picture. Just like when you go to a garage sale and you see the item, and then you go to the person and say, how much you want for this? Or say, I'll give you $5 for this. That's the experience we wanted to recreate on the phone.
So do I have to pay for this app? How would I use it if I wanted to start using it on my phone right now to check, I don't know, to see if there was anything around here for sale?
Yeah, it's actually it's free on the App Store, Apple App Store. If you have an iPhone, you could just download it right away, right now.
And I do have an iPhone, but how about for my friends that have an Android or, God forbid, I hear a few people still have a BlackBerry.
Ooh, BlackBerry might be a while. So we've actually gotten that a lot, where people really want it for the Android. And so currently right now it's just the three of us. So we're definitely looking to raise money and hire. One of our first hires on the list is an Android developer, so that we can really bring that really good experience. There's tools out there to put something on the iPhone and Android at the same time, but we're all about like the quality of the app. We're really product-based people, and we want to make a good quality app for the iPhone and then the Android. So we will keep searching for that person, and then when we find them, we'll make a really awesome app.
Have people been buying and selling already?
Absolutely. We've had actually quite a lot of sales happen just locally here in Vegas. That's where most of the people are using it right now, and it's been really awesome to see. I've sold a few things myself and bought a few things, and people we never met before have been using it and selling and buying. It's been really cool to see.
Well, no taxes, no lines, and it couldn't be easier, right? Do it right from your phone. So it sounds like for holiday shopping, Rumjure could be the way to go.
Yep, definitely. And especially for returning that stuff you didn't like that you got for Christmas. That's going to be where Rumjure really takes off.
I like it. Sounds great. Thanks so much, guys, and great luck with Rumjure.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you.